Okay, we should be going back.
Right, everyone, deep breath.
Yeah, we're live again.
Hi guys, Key Gaming here.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Storytime with Scrappy and Friends. My name is Scrappy. Here today we have Tanner, Joey, and Harry. And
what's up?
I'm not even sure. I don't even know what Joey's doing here today.
You guys said you needed another voice, so I showed up.
Well,
Okay, we are here to read the finale of... Well, actually, let me just get the non-show portions out of the way before we get into the main stuff. Yes, first of all, yeah, again, apologies for our general absence. Tanner has a life, so he kind of can't be here all the time, and barring a possible bonus done next week, this episode will probably be his final one for a while. So, I guess enjoy his last hurrah.
This is my last wahoo.
Let's see. I guess just provide some updates for stuff. Well, I got an internship, so my schedule will probably be a little more fractured than usual.
Oh, nice.
yeah. And you also managed to talk to the author of...
Hold that thought, Harry.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an internship, and also had to say goodbye to one of my Pomeranian, really both my Pomeranians this year, but my oldest Pomeranian after he passed yesterday morning at 15 years old.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been an eventful year for me.
That's genuinely very sad.
Yeah.
And he will be missed. Wow, I can't even show reverence without fucking it up.
No, it's fine. You didn't know. It's fine.
I've had to put streaming on hold, and my channel basically entirely on hold because I got a job, and now I'm basically just shotgun streaming whenever I've got a spare moment.
Fair.
This is by all means, this is where it was... Are you kidding me?
Fine.
Oh god, we have a gas leak episode.
Give him belly rubs.
Yeah, you treat that dog like a prince or princess or royal, Tanner.
Prince. It would be Prince. His name is Cheech. Yes,
treat that dog like a prince.
Special guest, Cheech. I'm dog sitting today. I'm recording this from a goddamn kitchen, so if you hear echoes, that's what that is.
Alright then. Your audio's fine, Tanner. Yes, well, my dogs will not be making cameo appearances in Harry's videos anymore. They will be missed.
That actually does make me sad. I'm gonna miss that.
Me too. On a lighter note... What?
He wants to drink out of my water cup.
You're gonna need new water cup.
Nice.
I'm gonna let him. See. Okay, he can't reach it because it's a jar, so he can't even reach it. He's just kind of like moving his tongue around, like trying to get some water. I'm sorry. It's not
What is this sorcery?
It's amazing.
Dogs are wonderful creatures.
Yeah, buddy, I'm
Truly.
gonna film this. I'll post this in the chat. Just again,
My cat's probably being a little shit and sleeping outside my room. Billy's doing fine, by the way.
Here,
Yeah.
buddy.
Good to know.
Alright, thank you, buddy. Is that it? Your eyes glow in the camera.
Neat!
Okay, on a lighter note, I guess oh dear.
Fork.
I have an update on, I guess, a couple of stories that we had read like in September. For my birthday, Harry, and Nova had read a Samurai Shodown fan fiction by his Harvard Computer Society username was Al Huang, and it's Andrew Huang. And I call him Andrew Huang because I know who he is, because I found him on Facebook.
Yeah.
And yes, I let him know as such in DMs that we enjoyed a story written 20 years ago greatly, and he seemed legitimately appreciative of that fact.
Mm.
So yes, I was able to find him and just express thanks.
Neat.
Yes, and Mr. Wong is the father of at least 2 children and very happy at his job. So
I'm very happy for him.
Yeah.
yes. So yeah, there's joys to being internet famous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Again, I know an internet microceleb who I don't know if I should promote him because his sense of humor gets pretty similar to mine in the yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop there.
Mm.
I'll take your word for it.
You know, I might promote him at the end of the episode. I don't know.
Yeah.
He sounds great.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So for today's episode, we're just gonna read one chapter. Like, it's late for Harry and Joey as is, but we'll be finishing the L Stands for Loser by the Wimpzilla, because this has been a very long time coming. We were just really at the mercy of Tanner's schedule, and well, he's the main star, so we just cannot go forward without him.
Yeah.
So yes, this chapter, I've talked about this before, but this chapter was not. This chapter was not meant to be the real finale of the story. It seemed like Wimpzilla had planned to write for the story a bit longer, but he just kind of stopped at this chapter, which is kind of a bonus, but also it fits as a finale just by, I guess, happenstance, which might be why he left it as such.
Nice.
So we read the final line incredibly dramatic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we play?
Oh.
We can play fucking closing time at the end.
Yeah. So this is the final chapter. It will feature the last appearances of pretty much everyone.
And my first appearance.
Yeah, your first appearance reading for this story. Yeah, congratulations, Joe. You'll be reading for Peach for like her 2 lines.
Yeah, boy.
Please read her lines in that voice.
I will. I absolutely will.
And yeah, it's a romance story chapter with like tunnels of love and all the stuff that entails.
Mm.
So
There's nothing. I can't think of someone who personifies the ideal male body and just the ideal sexual fantasy better than Luigi.
I mean, he is just peak human.
Oh no, yeah. Yo, if a girl wears a green shirt, blue overalls, and a hat with an L on it, hit up my DMs.
I'm gonna need you to parking lot that idea, because Joey has a weird anecdote from last week.
Wait,
Okay.
do I?
Just remember hitting up DMs, and I'll probably remember it.
Oh, that right. That went nowhere, by the way.
Well, then never mind.
Okay, so the whole story of this way. So I was swiping on Tinder. I'm lonely. Hit me up if you're female. I have low standards. It's honestly great. Anyway.
Yeah, you're on this show.
Fuck you.
No.
I had to work that in. Got him!
So, I matched with someone who I swiped like a month ago.
Yeah. Oh no, I know where
By
this
the
is
way,
going.
they're on the other side of the freaking country. She basically crowdsourced an opener and ended up with, hey girl, do you like tap water?
Hey girl, do you like, breathing air? Yo, do you like emitting carbon, girl?
Ooh, that's hot. I'll use that next time.
Nice.
I'll get ghosted next time as well, but
I've been ghosted pretty.
yeah, she hasn't unmatched me yet, right? So I've still got it. It's like, so what are your thoughts on tap water? She responds with, honestly, turn me on. So of course I respond, so you're saying water makes you wet? And at that point, I get ghosted.
Yeah, you deserve it at that point.
It has been a week now, but fuck you.
God, fuck off. Fuck off, Joey. Also, fuck me, I would have made the same joke.
And also, I woke up Lewis at 3 in the morning to get him to crowdsource that response. So this is.
How did
Texted my brother. One time I texted my brother, hey, I took too much of a weed edible one time, and I forgot, I didn't chop it up. This was my first time trying a weed edible, and what wound up happening is that I sent my brother, and when you don't chop them up and you're on edibles, it kind of feels like you're Dr. Manhattan with anxiety, because you feel like you're aware of everything and exist at all points in time, but you're also terrified of everything.
Dude, that's literally every day of my waking life.
Yeah, so basically, if you don't be safe with your edibles, you turn British. So that's, if there's any, that's the best anti-drug PSA I think anyone could make, is if you do drugs, you're British.
God.
I thought we were trying to not antagonize nationalities.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
The English aren't people.
Yeah.
Internationally, the English aren't people.
Moving on.
No, I wound up texting my brother, I'm so aware of my dog right now.
What is this episode?
Like, that was just like the
I
most
don't even think it started at this point.
Yeah, okay. I've told my little stoned anecdote.
It was amusing. Cute.
Yeah.
Harry, have you done anything interesting lately?
Not particularly.
Neat.
Alright. I think we should start
I
the
think we should
episode.
just start this. We prolonged this for like ages now.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the L stands for loser, chapter 20. Lawn Gnome Bat Practice, because he had to go out with the strange titles as per usual.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I have a fic coming up titled Mutant Ventures in Philly Sitting, which I guess isn't that strange.
It sets expectations.
Yeah.
Yes, and well, Whimzilla was kind enough to like dedicate this whole chapter to like pretty much everyone who reviewed up to this point. So
Aww.
yeah, that was very nice, and
He also passed out from lack of air.
yeah.
Mm.
So this is the L stands for loser, chapter 20. Luigi craned his neck back to look at the flashing neon sign. It read, Tunnel of Love. Luigi looked to his right, towards Dexter behind the fence that surrounded the ride. Dexter grinned and gave Luigi a thumbs up. With a sigh, Luigi turned his attention to the ground. This was hopeless. He had already been on this ride 3 times without success. What good would a 4th ride through the dark tunnel do? Luigi reflected on the day's constant failures, and almost considered just stepping out of line and letting some other hopeful get his spot. His thoughts soon replayed that very morning in his mind. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention this chapter was written in 2009 and was, as with the other chapters, is a product of its time for better and for worse. I just wanted to give readers fair warning on that. Luigi brought his latest creation out the front door and placed it in the yard. A newly painted lawn gnome named Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
Help! Help me! I'm transported all the way to... Wow, my juice voice is off. I've been transported all the way to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Luigi looked at his yard. Along the path leading to the front door, lawn gnomes lined the edges. They were also scattered throughout the grass without pattern. Some smiled in broad daylight. Others were concealed cleverly within the leaves of a bush. All of the gnomes in Luigi's yard could easily form a small army. Oh gosh.
Yeah, do you want me to try to take Dexter?
That's so much better than my voice. Go ahead.
Hey, Luigi!
Dexter shouted. Luigi turned to his left to see Dexter peering at his past few days' work from over the fence.
Oh, what's this? A senior prank?
No!
Luigi corrected.
This is my new hobby. Lawn gnomes!
Dexter stared at Luigi blankly, pleading silently for an explanation.
Pretty much. You get lawn gnomes from the gardening store and a new set of paint. Then you painstakingly color the gnome however you please, and then you stick it in your yard. Check out the first one I made. I call him Mini Luigi 2.0.
Luigi held up a lawn gnome with a green pointed hat bearing Luigi's L emblem crudely painted on. Its usual white facial hair was painted a shade of brown to match Luigi's mustache, and the gnome sported, you guessed it, blue overalls and a green shirt beneath.
And check out this little number I got.
Tanner, there was another line for me.
Alright.
Like, my audio didn't cut out, I just was trying to pause for dramatic effect.
Sorry.
It was the ugliest lawn gnome Dexter had ever laid eyes on.
And this little number I got with my Gnomes Monthly Catalog!
Luigi announced, lifting a notably different-looking gnome.
His name is Alfred, and if you tap on his nose 3 times, he brings you good luck!
Dude, you need a girlfriend.
Dexter said. Luigi stared at Dexter, his face without expression. Without any preceding warning, he dropped Alfred, and as the ceramic gnome shattered on the ground, Luigi buried his face in his hands and began to softly cry.
I know.
Luigi admitted weakly.
But there's just no one out there. No one for me out there.
Come on, Luigi.
Dexter coaxed.
I'm sure that there's someone special. There's that special someone out there for you. Jesus Christ.
Luigi sniffled as the tears stopped.
You all right there, Dexter? You think?
Yeah, in fact, I'll bet she'll be at the fair tonight.
Dexter said. Luigi had completely forgotten about the kingdom's annual fair. Just by mentioning that, Luigi felt better.
All right, I'll do it!
Luigi said.
Awesome! We're leaving at 6 if you want to tag along.
Dexter said before leaving. Luigi rubbed his hands together in excitement. The night was a night for love. A lawn gnome flew out the window to Luigi's left and shattered on the ground. Mario himself had acquired the hobby of smashing Luigi's prized gnomes. Leaning to see through the window, Luigi saw Mario with a baseball bat and a pile of gnomes.
That practice is over!
Luigi scolded. In preparation for his big night, Luigi pulled out all the stops. His hair was slicked with expensive hair gel, His face was lightly dabbed with cologne, and his teeth were flossed, brushed, mouthwashed, and whitening stripped to perfection.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Luigi said into the mirror. His watch beeped, alerting him it was now 6 o'clock. A knock on the front door was heard.
Luigi, are you ready to go?
Dexter shouted.
Yep,
Luigi said.
let's go.
Luigi climbed into Dexter's car. It was a short 10-minute drive to the fair, and the illuminated Ferris wheel inspired thoughts of the fun and enjoyment to be had at the kingdom's annual fair. Giddy with excitement, Tim and Dexter were the first to sprint through the gates and run straight for the rides. Luigi and the parents took a more leisurely stroll through the fair. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, honey, look at those adorable stuffed animals, Dexter's mom pointed out. Will you win me one? Of course, honey, Dexter's dad said. He got out his wallet, and Luigi already knew by the end of the night it would be empty. Dexter's dad slapped down a $5 bill and received 3 wiffle balls in return. Land the ball in a bin and win a prize, the carny instructed. Luigi recognized the game immediately. Knowing the bin was positioned at an angle which would cause the bouncy wiffle ball to bounce back out, no matter what angle it's thrown. Dexter's dad did a simple throw into the bin. It hit the back and bounced out, just as Luigi predicted. Dexter's dad narrowed his eyes, concentrating on his next shot. He lobbed the ball high, which hit the inside rim of the bucket, hit the back, then bounced out and hit the ground. Dexter's dad threw the next ball as softly as he could, but the distance between him and the bucket forced him to throw fast enough for the ball to rebound. Dexter's dad slapped down another 5 and received 3 more shots. Growing tired of the scene, Luigi decided to walk around and do what he came to do. He spotted his first target, a girl he knew as Pauline. Now is the time to use Mario's can't miss one-liners.
Hey there!
Luigi greeted.
Are you really that hot? Or am I just looking in a mirror?
Pauline giggled. Jackpot.
So, are you seeing anyone?
Luigi asked. I'm sorry, I just had a rough breakup. Pauline apologized. I'm not looking for anyone right now.
Oh,
Luigi said.
I understand.
Thanks. Excuse me. Thanks. But you're a really sweet guy. Pauline tried to encourage him. Feeling somewhat defeated, Luigi tried to find another girl. After some looking, he spotted a group of gossiping girls and decided that maybe he could get one of them. He smoothly walked up behind them and tapped the girl on the shoulder. She gave him her attention.
Hey, you must be a master thief, because you stole my heart from all the way over there.
As a response, the girl shaped an L with her finger and thumb and placed it over her forehead. That's not really an insult to Luigi specifically.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming.
Her posse laughed at poor Luigi as they turned to leave. I'm sorry, were you saying something, Joey?
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay, well, and again, here we have another guest appearance from Cheech.
Hi, Cheech.
He wants his.
No matter. Excuse me. No matter. The night was still young, and there were girls everywhere. He saw someone inspecting some badges in a nearby booth. Yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to sound like. Miss Mouse scoffed. You call this fake badge convincing? Please. It's fake? Oh, go on.
Did you?
It's fake. It's fake?
The booth operator asked. Miss Mouse gave a sigh. Amateur. I'll tell you what. I'll take this fake off your hands so that way you don't have. Excuse me. So that way you don't drive away the serious badge buyers.
Appreciate that. Thanks.
The booth operator said gratefully. Hey, no problem. I don't know what voice she's supposed to have. Hey, no problem, Miss Mouse said. What the poor booth operator didn't know was that the badge was actually legitimate and quite rare at that. But if he couldn't tell a fake badge from a real one, then he didn't deserve to have it did not deserve to have it in his possession. That's when Luigi came up.
Hey, babe. What's your sign?
He asked. I have a boyfriend, Miss Mouse responded.
Oh, really?
Luigi persisted.
How would you like a man friend instead? Oh my god, I have a hernia!
Luigi then proceeded to flex his muscles, which showed no change in size. Like, Luigi pulled something just trying to do that.
Yeah. I have a hernia!
Peak physics.
Yeah. Also, he deserves it at that point for like hearing I have a boyfriend and still continuing to hit on her. Like, he deserves that.
Oh, he'll deserve what comes up next too. You're up, Tanner.
Hey, pal! What do you... Wait, which character? I'm not... That's
No.
not Joe.
You gotta use the the Randy Savage voice, I think, or just Hercules.
There we go. What do you think you're doing with my girl?
A gruff voice shouted. Luigi saw an angry rock hawk behind him, gritting his teeth and barely keeping his composure.
Oh. It was serious?
Luigi asked Miss Mouse. The question was answered as Rockhawk, with a single hand, threw Luigi high in the air. As Luigi... Yeah, I actually keep screaming as I narrate. As Luigi fell back to Earth, he met with the Rock's fist and was launched back into the stratosphere. Jeez. Rock juggled the poor plumber with his fist for a good 6 minutes before Miss Mouse demanded he stop. Luigi hit the ground with gratitude.
My duodenum.
The crowd that had gathered to watch the spectacle dissipated, except for two little boys.
So, how's the girlfriend hunt going?
Asked one of the boys.
Shut up, Dexter.
Luigi said. "Aw, man, you got a beat down. Or should I say beat up?" The other boy, Tim, asked.
That was terrible and you know it. Can somebody please call a paramedic?
Get this man some mushrooms.
That'll help. Just... I'm not gonna make a drug joke. Yeah, everyone does that joke, so I'm gonna... And we only ever do original jokes on here.
I thought you were welcome. Took the high road. Proud of you.
Thank you. Where was the next one? Oh. Hey,
Why don't you? Why don't you?
Why don't you try the tunnel of love? Why don't you try...
Jesus, Dexter.
Get out of my... Okay. Why don't you try the tunnel of love, Luigi?
Dexter asked.
I thought those were for couples, not singles.
Luigi said.
They have 2 of them. 4 couples and singles. You're allowed to do things that you wouldn't normally be allowed to do in public on the singles ones. Dagnabbit.
Dexter informed.
Seriously? Wait, does that mean you can, like, just have sex normally in the other ones?
Luigi asked. Dexter and Tim led Luigi to the part of the fairgrounds designated for rides. Among the roller coasters and fun houses, they saw the 2 tunnels of love. One of them had a single line, where people stood side by side with their significant other. But the other side had 2 lines, One for guys and one for girls.
So, how does this work?
Luigi asked.
Well, there are 2 lines.
Oh, thanks, Dexter. Now I completely understand. I didn't understand that before.
Cheers.
Dexter pointed out.
There's a wall between them, so you can't tell who you're going to be paired up with. When you get to the ride, you'll simply get in with the girl that gets on at the same time. Simple as that.
Sounds good to me.
Luigi said excitedly. He got in his designated line. He looked back towards Tim and Dexter. They gave him 2 thumbs up. Luigi returned the gesture. After some time waiting in line, it was finally Luigi's turn. The carney permitted him into the swan boat that floated in the artificial river. Luigi's fellow boat rider wore pirate garb and had long, unruly red hair. Her makeup was heavily applied.
Specifically to appeal to me.
Her makeup was
You look
heavily
like a woman
applied.
who hasn't done anything in years.
Her makeup was heavily applied.
Hi, my name's Luigi.
Luigi greeted as she got onto the boat. Captain... I don't know how she's talking. Captain Syrup, she replied.
Holy shit, I was not expecting you to sound this baritone.
She replied, flipping her hair with her hand. The boat began its slow journey to the tunnel's entrance. Soon the duo were engulfed in darkness, with only the black lights to give them light.
Oh god, wait, no, I didn't wash these overalls. I spilled milk on these! That's all this is!
Milk, eh?
Gross. Okay, I'm trying. Hold on, just give me a moment to workshop this.
See,
So-
it's because she's clearly supposed to be attractive, so if you play up the feminine qualities, but she's also a pirate. Not that those 2 things are counterintuitive, because well, there's a lot of hot fucking pirates.
Let's see, I don't know. I feel like she's gonna.
VTubers.
Oh my gosh. I feel like she would. I don't know. I feel like she would talk like Jessie from Pokemon, because I don't know. So I don't know. If I could work accents, I would just give her like something.
Like upper mid-Atlantic, kinda.
Maybe. So how rich are you? Captain Syrup asked, getting straight to the point. Luigi hesitated.
I'm just a plumber.
So you're not rich? Captain Syrup asked, the sweetness that I never had, no longer in her voice.
No, but
Captain Syrup said loudly, crossing her arms and facing away from Luigi. Luigi sighed, propping his elbow on top of the armrest of the seat of 2. He watched as the frilly and love-themed paintings that plastered the walls slowly passed by. The light bounced off the water and danced on the wall as the beautiful harp music blared over the speakers. The river made its first U-bend. The ride was pretty much an oval of water with a tunnel over it. And in this tunnel, you were subjected to 5 minutes of awkward silence in that cold, unforgiving dark. When it finally ended, Luigi and Captain Syrup departed without so much as an exchanged word.
So, how did it go?
Dexter asked eagerly.
It wasn't my type.
Luigi said.
Too shallow.
Well, I guess there's nothing to do but try again, Tim said. Go get him, Tiger! Luigi smiled, getting his game face back on. He entered the line once more.
Do you actually think this is going to work?
Dexter asked. No, Tim responded. I'm just here to see who the poor sap gets paired with.
Tim is, like, throughout this entire series, such a dick.
Minutes later, Luigi entered the small boat once more. Gosh, he looked at the second fellow rider.
Jesus
Oh my god, I am destined to be monkey.
Dixie Kong yelled. She then proceeded to scratch her butt openly in public. Luigi attempted to get out of his seat, but the carny shoved him back in and started the ride. For the following insufferable 7 minutes, the monkey hopped up and down and screamed wildly like the primitive primate she was.
POV, you're in a call with Tanner Brown.
Isn't Dixie Kong spoken for? Where's Diddy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's Diddy? Like,
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going for the low-hanging joke. All of their last names are Kong.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Oh
Hey.
no.
Here comes Luigi.
Sweet home Congo Bongo.
Shut up. I hate you. Here comes Luigi, Dexter pointed out.
Oh my god, Wario's here. Please, I don't want to get on the tunnel of love with Wario. Luigi, I'll admit I've always secretly had feelings for you.
Oh, mama.
dear.
Wait, why the fuck? Is it just random impressions now?
Moving on. Hey, here comes Luigi,
Hey, here comes Luigi.
Dexter pointed out.
So, how did it?
Oh.
Dexter said, pausing before the oh. Luigi's clothes were shredded and his hair was tousled. What happened? Tim asked.
As it turns out,
Luigi began.
monkeys think you're challenging them if you make eye contact and smile.
Ugh, yikes.
Dexter said, having learned this info from the Animal Planet. Let's go again, Tim encouraged. It can't get worse than a monkey, can it? Luigi took this into consideration.
No, I'm pretty sure it can't get worse than a rabid monkey. All right, I'll do it.
Luigi announced, receiving high fives from Tim and Dexter, and okay, this is the thing I was briefly alluding to last chapter. This is I don't know how to parse this. Receiving high fives.
Birdo's involved. That seems like a bad omen already. For some implications, and I just, yeah.
Right.
Luigi
I just
announced.
want to say this was written. This was written when 2009.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, had it been written today, this would have been handled differently. And
I hope
I
so.
think I speak for everyone on Storytime with Scrappy when I say that I am in strong support of transgender people, pretty much everyone in the LGBTQ community, and everyone across the gender spectrum. You're, yeah, you're all
Alright.
wonderful and lovely people, and no matter what you identify as.
Thank you, Tanner. You put that far more eloquently than I ever could. Yeah, this is like Joe, you weren't here for this, but I kind of just made a point to kind of just be more upfront about just the dates of when chapters are published, just to provide the reader's context of certain things, because, well, you gotta provide it if nothing else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, prepare for YouTube comment section backlash anyway.
Yeah, no.
We don't get commenters, Joey, you silly.
Yeah, no. If we did, half of it would just be commenting on shit I say.
Yeah. Except for the 2 episodes of Storytime Scrappy that I've been in.
Yeah. No, that's the thing, is that it's like it's really great that when you show up, I sort of have someone on my level, on my playing field, in terms of just saying the worst thing you have ever heard.
Yeah, I still think half of today's team around you.
Half what?
Oh, I could be honest. Let's just leave it at that.
All right.
Let's see. So yeah. I don't know. Like, this is. I don't know what to say. Like, this is your warrant to skip. I guess the next minute and a half, if you.
Whatever suits your comfort level.
Yeah, like, feel free to mute this for like the next 2 minutes if you feel the need. We're not going to judge you for it.
No, absolutely.
Let's see. Okay, I'll do it, Luigi announced, receiving high fives from Tim and Dexter. And so the wait began once more. The line was beginning to thin out as more and more people decided it wasn't the best way to meet people. But Luigi stood firm in his belief that tonight he would be united with his one true love. Stepping into the plush seat like an experienced pro, Luigi eagerly awaited to see who his match was. It definitely couldn't be worse than a monkey after all. Guess what? It was.
Oh. Yeah, he had to word it like that, too.
As the harp music began its familiar chords and the glow-in-the-dark cupids slowly passed the boat, Luigi pressed his body against the side of the boat to keep as much distance as he could between him and Birdo. Birdo yawned and stretched, and, by accident, her hand landed on top of Luigi's. A chill went down Luigi's spine. How could it get any worse? Birdo winked seductively at him. Luigi dove from the boat and into the water, swimming the rest of the ride's length. An impressive feat in the water 1.5 feet deep. Luigi emerged from the ride totally soaked and without hope. He just couldn't keep doing this. Every time he'd gone on that cursed ride, his partner got worse and worse. And he was ready to go on to leave. Unfortunately, Dexter wouldn't have it.
Come on, Luigi. You'll regret it forever if you don't give this a chance.
Dexter
By
pleaded.
the way, how bigoted of you.
I gave it a chance.
Luigi shouted.
I gave it 3 chances, and every single time it got worse.
You know what I'll have to do if you don't agree with me? I don't know why. My voice, I'm red holic now.
Dexter said.
Do you really think that old trick will get me to... Please?
Dexter asked in a sugar-coated voice, his eyes large and teary-eyed. The quivering lower lip was the final blow.
Alright, I'll do it.
Luigi said, defeated. Curse small children and their powers of persuasion.
I've never actually seen that work in real life.
And that is how Luigi found himself waiting once more in line for another doomed ride. He watched as the man in front of him was paired with Captain Syrup. The first thing out of her mouth was, "How rich are you?" With a deep breath, Luigi entered the boat, his heart racing to find out who he was going to be paired with. Luigi's heart stopped when he found out.
Daisy?
Luigi almost yelled. Daisy was just as stunned as Luigi, but now there was no chance of escape because the ride started, and the tunnel swallowed the two X's into a dark world of cheesy romance. If hell on earth has a place, it is here. Neither Luigi nor Daisy had moved a muscle. Frozen stiff by the shock, they simply stared into one another's eyes. Luigi's heart found the ability to beat once more, and it pounded against Luigi's ribcage for what felt like 1,000 times per second. Luigi's breath felt hot. Luigi noticed Daisy was leaning closer to him, and then realized he was doing the same thing without thinking about it. But he didn't fight it. He allowed the invisible force that was pulling them closer together to continue. Luigi closed his eyes. He felt Daisy's breath as her lips came closer and closer. That's when it happened.
Previously on the L stands for loser.
Thank you, Phil from Hercules. Luigi.
What you two were talking about, you were talking about what you two would do as queen and king.
Daisy. Of our own countries. We were sharing ideas so we could be even better royalty.
Oh? So why did Charming even come on the show?
Charming. To prevent filth like you from dating my dear cousin. I mean, what's up with naming your mustache? That's enough, Charming. I don't need you protecting me, especially from someone that I kinda like. And the crowd is like, huh?
Ah!
Thank you. Well, he's kinda cute, and no one else makes me laugh as much as him.
So, do you want to go get a mocha with me then?
Sure. And Daisy leaves with Luigi, who can't believe this is really happening. Holy crud, he just copied and pasted the script format of Chapter 1. Next flashback. Luigi.
How long have you two been at this?
Oh gosh, Parakarry. You and Daisy were our first case. We're counting it as a success since we got you two together in the first place.
I suppose. Wait, I didn't ask you guys to do that. That means...
Luigi is shot with a tranquilizer. Luigi's friend, Bob, looks at Parakarry, who is holding a tranquilizer gun. He knew too much. You want to do the memory swipe this time?
Wait, how is Luigi remembering? How am I remembering this?
I guess they didn't do the memory swipe.
Yeah, but he was unconscious as well.
Yeah, no. Or is Daisy having the flashback and Luigi's just sitting there staring as she's just looking up into the tunnel?
Just like eyes fully dilated.
Daisy, are you okay? Are you under hypnosis again?
Again.
This is a very interesting story, Joey.
And then
Oh
Daisy
shit,
goes,
actually happened.
yeah. And then Daisy goes, Luigi, I'm so aware of my dog right now. All backs.
Alright, let's see. Next flashback, Luigi is during his camping trip. Luigi is bruised and fearful, wearing tattered clothes in the forest, and frantically scribbling his thoughts into his journal.
Journal log, day 3. I might be the only survivor left, and this may be my final entry, as I have eaten all the other pages for nourishment. If you come across this journal, please let this be known to the world. To Mario, even if he is alive, tell them that I always loved him, even when he would bury my inhaler in the yard. To Peach, I was the one who licked your cake on your 12th birthday, and I have no regrets about that. To Waluigi, I still hate you. And to Daisy,
A grizzly bear flies over the top of a nearby bush and lands a few feet in front of Luigi and growls ferociously. Duh?
Ah! 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 Why are you so bad in this game?
Luigi screams, flinging his journal into the air as he stretches his arms over his head and sprints through the forest.
Why are you breaking the bird's spine like that to beat me up?
Why is he remembering this?
He's just remembering all his thoughts about Daisy.
Yeah, like
And-
that one actually tracks. I feel like I could have delivered that better though. That was too expositional.
Actually, yeah. This one, Daisy's probably remembering this one because Luigi wasn't in this scene.
Okay, so this is Daisy's flash. Well, okay, so it has to be alternating between the two, because there's no way Luigi would have remembered the one where A, he was unconscious, and B, his memory was wiped.
I don't think Daisy was there for that though, so just assume it's a show montage.
It's just, well, no, I like to imagine they're both having flashbacks. Just because I like the idea of them just both looking up at the ceiling.
Nice ceiling. Very boring right though.
Frankly, this is the most analytical we've probably gotten for an episode, like midway in a while. I'm okay with this.
Usually we usually talk about these. We usually discuss midway through. In fact, I have some comments on the Luigi Daisy romance that was built up because I kind of feel like it was underdeveloped in a way that a lot of shows underdevelop romances, but I'll get to that.
Was I in chapter 11 of this show?
I think I agree with that actually, Tanner. But yeah, we'll get to that.
Chapter 11 for this particular story. I can't remember.
Anyway.
Might have... Get back to me on that. I don't know. Jeez, Daisy, Toadette said, no longer afraid of losing her shoes due to speaking. Do you really need all these shoes? No, but it feels like the more stuff I get, the more happy I am. Like it fills a void or something, Daisy said. Not that I'm depressed or anything, she quickly added tsunderily. Yeah, I used to have that feeling too, Toadette consoled as she removed the shoes from the counter. But not anymore. What happened? Daisy said.
What do you want, Cheech? Go ahead.
Toadette was about to answer when someone came up behind her. Guess who? Toad said playfully, covering Toadette's eyes from behind. Toadette responded with a giggle. Could it be my boyfriend? Toadette said, playing along with the game. Ding ding ding! We have a winner! Toadette leaned over and pecked Toadette on the cheek. You ready to go? Yeah, Toadette said, following her boyfriend out of the store. See you later, Daisy. We're going to the cinema. Okay, see you guys. Daisy yelled to the couple. She grabbed an armload of shoes and left the store with some difficulty fitting through the front door. Lacking X-ray vision, Daisy was blinded by her mountain of high heels. The next flashback is during Luigi's villain arc. Yes, that's a thing, Joey.
Which, brief thoughts on that. I like the first half of it better than the second half.
I'm assuming it was short.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like three chapters out of this 20, so... I can't remember who voiced Dupless. It was...
I don't either.
Oh well, he is everyone and everything, so anyone can voice him.
Nate, I'll do it.
Alright.
Right, so it's no use hiding, yeah?
Yeah.
No use hiding it, Mr. L. Or should I say, Luigi?
Dupless said, brandishing a sword.
It seems that I have no choice but to take you out.
Wait! How do you know my name?
Luigi asked.
You thought I was bluffing? I know everything about you. Your 15th birthday party dossier. Your secret fear of flamingos. Even your
I
little
wrote an
crush.
entire, little pamphlet about my birthday? Why would I do that?
Even your little crush. Brunette, right? Yeah. I know everything. Even your weak spots. You're ticklish, aren't you? Pretty handy thing to know in battle.
Dupless trailed off before swinging his sword violently at Luigi.
They've gone around the tunnel of love like 4 times. The guy, the guy
carny.
taking, yeah, the carny is trying to escort them both out.
Like someone's called an ambulance.
Yeah, Luigi's had too much of an edible and he's just texting Mario the word balls over and over.
They've had, like, Luigi packed the wrong eye drops.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Alright, you're up again.
Oh jeez, Daisy.
What the heck?
You want me to do a gruff voice for Peach, so...
Peach said, exasperated.
What do you want in a man?
Why is he like a long shot shoreman from like? Why is he a Welsh longshoreman?
I don't know. I just...
We asked for an out-of-place voice for Peach. I don't know what you wanted.
I just want someone who really cares about me, Daisy admitted. Someone who'll set me straight if I ever lose my way. Someone who loves and cherishes me every day.
Oh, brother.
Peach said with a roll of her eyes.
Why does he sound like a pedophile from the Harry Potter universe? He sounds like a pedophile from the Harry Potter universe, like who's about to prey on Hermione.
Next flashback is the mall chapter, which was just a chapter before this. Daisy looked at him strangely. She didn't think he was lying, but she couldn't just accept the thought of her being royalty out of the blue. How can I trust you? She asked. Everyone looked intently at Luigi. He tried to find the right words before he responded.
Because you've trusted me before, and I might have taken advantage of that before. But believe me when I say this isn't you. I know who you are, and I know deep down you know who I am.
Daisy looked at his eyes. They were so warm, so familiar. She knew this person from somewhere before, and she thought hard. Where did she know him from? It was a long moment of silence before a name escaped her lips. Luigi, she said out loud. A small smile spread across the mall cop's face. Luigi felt a tap on his shoulder, which brought him back to reality. Luigi and Daisy's lips reluctantly departed as he turned to see the ride operator who had tapped his shoulder. Sir, the ride is over. You have to leave now.
That's actually pretty similar to what we thought was happening.
Yep.
Like, minus the drugs.
Well, we're not saying that no one put anything in the water.
Yeah? Wait, were they drinking it? How did it...
It splashes about in the U-turns.
Fair enough. Yeah, you have to leave now, the carney said. Luigi dug into his pocket and brought out his wallet. A $5 bill emerged from the wallet and was passed to the carney.
Hey, how about another go around?
Luigi asked. The carney discreetly slipped the 5 into his shirt pocket and started the ride once more. Luigi turned to Daisy.
Now, where were we?
He asked playfully. Daisy giggled before giving Luigi another kiss. Alright guys, say this last line really dramatically. The harp music began its sweet melody once more, as Luigi reminded himself to thank the kid next door. And so is the end of the L stands for loser.
We finally made it. We finally finished the story.
We did it, guys! We ruined Peach's voice for 4 people!
Is this the
We
first...
did it, guys.
Is this like the first like long story we've actually gone to the end for?
Finished?
Yeah.
God,
We read Erica.
unrelated.
Oh yeah,
but
right. I keep forgetting
How
about that.
many abridged series have actually finished? I can think of My Little Pony Scooter Trick that finished, and that was really good. That's unrelated.
Helsing abridged.
Okay.
Highly
Dragon
recommend.
Dragon Ball Z Abridged ended on its own terms, but technically didn't adapt to everything, but...
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Did they end after the sellout?
yes.
Right. At least they finished it like that.
Yeah.
What are the final messages from the author?
Yeah.
This has been my little treat to all of my viewers. If it weren't for your feedback and support, I doubt the story would have gone as far as it has. And so I'd like for you all to pat yourselves on the back. Go on, you know you want to. I mean, if you insist.
Oh my god, you know what?
I mean, I'm
feel
amazed at you. I read
feel
those
like
like
this-
4
you know
lines so well.
Honestly, I feel like I carried this fic. I feel like this fic was good, but my performance fucking elevated it.
Implying that my Peach voice didn't just make the 10 and 11 out of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job with the Luigi voice. You made it a lot more entertaining with that.
In fairness though, Luigi might have been my favorite character to play on the show.
Yeah, I can tell. Like you had a lot of fun with that.
Honestly,
can we reflect? We should give our final thoughts and then reflect on this series as a whole.
I mean, Joe was just here for this chapter, wasn't he?
Yeah, he will.
Alright,
have
my
no
thoughts
idea.
on this entire series is good job, lads, you actually finished something.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I'm so glad I could be here for this. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Your praise and admiration can be sent to me via PayPal.
Yeah.
God.
You may be my pal, but I don't pay them.
Hey! Pachoo!
Well, since
It's
it's
fine. When we
Subscribe to my
release the
OnlyFans.
series, we might get paid.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, since this is your series, Scrappy, I think you should be the first one to
Yeah.
talk about it.
Okay, well, I guess I should just give a brief chapter review. Well, it's a bonus chapter, and it does feel like that. It's a bit different from the norm. It's in line with where Luigi was like after the 3-parter, where he's like slightly less tortured, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I
was more tenacious and confident, I feel.
yeah, like really, like becoming a friggin' enemy of the state really did really did some good work for his self-esteem.
It's all it takes, really. It's just like, you know. I mean, that's all it takes is a little terrorism, and you can easily change yourself. So.
Tanner's not blowing smoke here either, Joey. Like Luigi went rogue for a few chapters.
Yeah.
Straight up, that was nuts. So yeah, I enjoy the chapter for the most part, barring some friggin' issues. But
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. If you guys weren't here for the first part of the stream, I basically came in and put all of us on a watch list.
Yeah.
I
Basically.
have a watch list.
I didn't realize Nova's in the chat saying he loved the whole story. For Pete's sake, I can't read. I love the whole story myself.
Yeah, I was gonna
Right.
mention that
Yeah.
when you were done, but yeah.
Yeah.
Which chat?
The
Twitch chat.
Twitch chat.
Oh, hi Nova. What's up?
Yeah, he's in the Twitch chat in a moment.
Hope you're doing all right, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I hope things are going well. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sam.
So, yeah. So the chapter was mostly enjoyable. Like I did like the stuff with Dixie Kong was just funny, and it does make me realize there was no Donkey Kong stuff in this story until then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know that's how like games themselves kind of work, but Mario fanfiction is pretty sequestered in terms of what gets represented.
Yeah.
Like even like my story is pretty darn guilty of that too.
Like, it's just how the franchise works.
Because
So.
Mario itself Mario itself's lore is so loose that it's like.
You can just do whatever.
Yeah, it's so ill-defined.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like seeing I don't know, friggin' Max Goof alongside Mickey and Minnie in a short, which they should totally do. But
That'd be funny.
yeah, I enjoyed it. It was just a nice little. It was just a nice little bonus. It was nice to see Dexter and, to a lesser extent, Tim actually trying to take charge of Luigi's welfare for once.
Yeah.
Like, Dexter may be a sardonic ass, but he does seem to be Luigi's best friend.
Tim is still way more like in this chapter. I do like that he is a very specific type of shitty kid.
Yeah.
In that way, like, it's in that way where he I guess he does come off like a little bit cartoonish, but in a way where everyone knew a kid like Tim at some point,
Yeah.
or was that kid.
So, yeah, I do like that. Mario got like one scene, but it's funny. Like he he fulfilled his role as per usual. He's chaos.
Yeah, he is. He's the chaos agent.
And yeah, for what was meant to be a little bonus, it's cute, and as what wound up becoming the finale for the story, it's heartwarmingly poignant, I guess.
Yeah, considering it wasn't like supposed to be the finale, it works remarkably well as one. I'm pretty satisfied with that being like the last chapter that was written.
Yeah,
It wrapped up it wrapped up things really well for what it was.
Am I gonna be the odd man out here and say that I wasn't really a fan of this one?
Really?
Depends on what Joey
Okay.
thinks.
Second.
What were your thoughts on the chapter, Joey?
That chapter, I thought it was amusing.
Oh, there are decent jokes.
Oh, I was smiling.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this is like the best chapter or anything like that, but as an epilogue story, I think it was funny. It did the job well, and it felt like a good conclusion in my opinion.
I think the problem is that Luigi and Daisy's romance was pretty, and I know I'm overanalyzing a Mario fanfic.
No,
but
that's fine.
I think the problem is that Luigi and Daisy's romance was always it was always the weakest part of this overall, because there are only 2 whole episodes focusing on it, and in one of them, Luigi, and in one of them, Daisy literally kills Luigi. So, and then the next time they meet, okay, you're a chicken now. And then the next time they meet, like, oh, sorry about that. Hey, sorry about killing you. So when
Yeah,
they get
I agree
together
with that.
here, it doesn't really. And so when they get together here, it doesn't feel very earned for me. I guess the romance doesn't feel very developed.
I can agree with that actually, because I think this was a good ending, but I agree that there should have been more time fleshing out the relationship, because it doesn't have enough time to develop. I agree with you there, yeah.
Because they are like quasi-canonically in a relationship, so they had to represent it here.
Yeah.
And I also feel like, I guess the comedy in this chapter was okay. That's not true. The Mario gnome gag was really solid. With him just hitting gnomes with a baseball bat. I loved that. And I also love Captain Syrup's initial rejection. Just being that gag was solid, just because it's just like, how rich are you? I'm just a plumber.
Okay, bye.
Just instantly, and the fact that it implies that they just stared at each other throughout the entire double ride. That's funny.
Yeah.
I think my problem though is that this fic kind of in terms of comedy revolved around one joke. And even when it wasn't telling that one joke, most of it was just typical cartoon conventions that I've seen before. Like, oh,
yeah.
He gets on a date with the super ugly monkey. Oh, he gets on a date with, ew, is that a trans person? Like, which also, I'm not gonna go against, make that a knock against the fic, because I can't get mad at something for not meeting today's societal standards. There's no way I can do that.
Yeah, because this was made in, like, what, 2009?
My god, that was uncomfortable as hell to read that part.
Oh, I'm sure it was uncomfortable for the trans people in 2009 too, but...
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing, is that nothing here felt particularly unique or just that interesting. A lot of it came off as, here's this one joke, and they didn't tell it in ways that I felt were very creative or interesting.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I was gonna say, like, this was not as out there as other chapters. Like other chapters had Luigi or Mario jumping out of a plane, like to deal with like exercise or something. Like, friggin' like workout chapter was nuts.
Oh yeah, right.
I feel like this entire series kind of works best when it finds that middle ground between cartoon zaniness and this more grounded sense of humor and more grounded, like, unfortunate happenstances. Because if it is all grounded or all zany, if it's all zany, it becomes to a point where it's so unrelatable and so out there it gets annoying. But if it's all like really grounded, then why is it taking place in the Mario universe?
Right.
Yeah, it's excuse me, it's the delicate balancing act.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say honestly, Winzilla generally rose to the task and exceeded it. So generally,
Yeah.
I guess would lead me to my general series response. Like, this was definitely one of the stories I was always happy to read in 2008, and for the few months it updated in 2009.
I can definitely see this being a story I would have read back then.
Yeah, back when I actually checked in to read fanfiction.net every day, it was just a joy to see it on the front page of the Mario section.
Oh, was it front page?
Well, if it got updated at any point, that's just the rules of fanfiction.net. If the story gets updated in a specific section, then it goes to the front page. That's how the
Oh.
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah,
that's how
that
the-
just... Yeah, that's how it works for pretty much any fanfic site.
That's the
Yeah.
great thing with, like, TV tropes. You'll see, like, just some random dude's fanfic that 3 people have read have its own page.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, this could have gotten a TV tropes page. I could make it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Go again.
That'd be funny.
I mean, I guess that I generally really like this. It does appeal to kind of my sadistic sense of humor. There's a lot of that. I do love how dark the humor would get within the limits of the Mario universe.
Yeah.
This is a saddest show. Like, there's no getting around that.
Yeah.
And you're either for that or against that.
I was all for it. The funniest chapters are when it is just completely relentless to Luigi.
Yeah.
That being said, I think there are times where that one joke got a little old and sometimes went a bit too cartoonish to be funny. I also feel like during the last half, when it tried to do more serialized storytelling, it started showing a lot more of its weaknesses.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That's I'd say those chapters where it started to lose it for me.
It felt like there was an imbalance between, okay, here's random adventures with Luigi, and here's telling a serialized story.
Yeah, it didn't really work.
Yeah. That being said, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm hogging the floor.
No, it's fine. This is the last episode for this. So.
Yeah, I also gotta say, one of the things I really appreciated that I don't think anyone's talked about here is that I love the way side characters are written in this. Even if they are characters that have 1 or 2 lines, they get to do something funny or show off some semblance of personality. I think my favorite example is the 2 brother cops trying to kill each other in the Mall Cop chapter. Like, those might be my favorite side characters. I love those 2.
This show, excuse me, it's a show.
It is a show.
This story had absolutely some of the funniest walk-on characters I've ever seen. Like, Whimsilla knew how to write back, like, extras of personality, so...
Yeah.
Like, the friggin' golfers and the camping chapters were good.
Oh, I just remembered one of my favorite ones is the was it Birdo trying to pour gasoline on herself?
Oh my gosh, that was her.
Yeah, it was Birdo trying to pour gasoline on herself, and I think it was either like it was the traffic cop who was trying to get donations, and then and it's like, hey, we need your donations to help her out. With enough money, we'll be able to afford more gasoline. That killed me. No, yeah.
Yeah, just like the whole, honestly, the whole cast is pretty much faces. Like, I frankly wish they had used some more of some of these characters a lot more. Like yeah, Peach is just pettily hilarious, hilariously petty.
How just like, yeah, just how Peach works as a character because she doesn't really have any depth. She's just a bitch. She's just this like condescending bitch who materialistic bitch, and it works so well because of just how little they use her and the way they always. I think it's because she's never like outright condescending. It's always in this really passive aggressive way, and it's so good.
Yeah, like honestly, she showed up more than Luigi's on again, off again girlfriend did. Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's the kingdom she ruled. They live in the kingdom Peach rules, but still. Yeah, Bowser and Bowser Jr. were hilariously entertaining whenever they showed up, and I wish they showed up more.
Yeah.
Bowser's fun. I love that. I mean, it seems to draw mostly from his RPG personality, where he's just kind of this, like, love-stricken, pathetic doofus. Like, with like, touches of dude bro, and I love that version of Bowser.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh gosh, yeah, he's. I'm not even sure why he's here because.
I guess because he is the main antagonist of the Mario games, so they had to do something with him.
Yeah, as I know, it's just that in this universe, everyone is the biggest villain.
Yeah.
Like, Mario and Luigi don't need an enemy; they are their own enemies.
Yeah.
They're their own enemies
Yeah.
and each other's enemies. That's what
Yeah.
I mean to say.
Right.
Like, gosh.
I
Yeah, I
feel like
think-
Waluigi is the closest to his canon self.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. It was basically like exactly like the.
Wario and Waluigi. The Wario brothers are just their canon selves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fun. Like, whatever you may think of the three-parter with Mr. L, I did also just enjoy seeing the RPG partners show up, so that was nice. This story did try to kind of coalesce all of the disparate parts of the Mario canon into something cohesive.
So, can you imagine the L stands for loser video game?
Yeah, and I mean that's something I'm trying to do with, say, the Marvel universe is, I guess this does it too, is finding that balance between doing a comedic take on the character and finding, like, it's weird because some of them it's like, okay, I'm writing a comedic take on Captain America, but I'm also just thinking to myself, what personality traits does he already have that are funny that you can play up? And that's been fun. I hate to make that about my own work. I just noticed it's similar to something I do.
It's fine. Yeah, so I enjoy this really, really, really twisted Saturday morning take on the Mario universe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And yeah, for
Seinfeldian take.
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, this story probably is part of the reason why I wrote fan fiction to begin with. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, thank you, Whipzilla. Legitimately from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yeah. I don't really have much else to add to it. That I will say, like, I definitely enjoyed some episodes more than others. Like, I don't think I actively disliked any of the chapters, but there were some that I didn't like nearly as much as a lot of the others. But I think the general quality was fairly consistent throughout the whole show, the whole fic.
Yes, it is a little jarring going back to this and just realizing how many chapters the author went before, like, they actually committed to, like, proper narrative prose.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad to have been a part of this.
Yeah.
It was definitely a lot of fun.
Traditional narrative prose is what I meant to say, but yeah.
Okay, I do want to ask, what is everyone's favorite joke from this series? Because for me, it's
Anything with Dexter.
Yeah, I think for me, it's a toss-up between the Bowser getting essentially police brutality with a hoagie,
Oh gosh, I forgot about that.
or the two cops trying to kill each other. Both of my favorite gags are about police brutality.
I think looking back, my favorite might be the chapter where Luigi tries hooking up Dexter with on a date or
That other
something.
girl.
Yeah, and he just completely screws it up. Like I remember laughing very hard in that episode.
I
That's-
actually... No, I'm
Go
sorry.
on. No, go on.
I actually take that back. I think I already said my favorite joke. My favorite joke is still the Birdo suicide gag.
I don't even remember that.
The gasoline joke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think of favorite jokes from this. I don't have a single one favorite. I don't know. I'll list 5. There's 1, Luigi's revenge sequence against everyone. That was just... I'm not sure that was so much fun as it was just cathartic.
Yeah. Since Nova's in the chat, if you can think of like your favorite moments, you can post it and then we can read it.
Okay, so the revenge sequence that's rank 0. So so yeah, I guess the other 5. The cookie gag. Oh gosh, I remember that. Friggin' bushes and cookies and liquids.
I enjoyed that one with what Luigi trying to like go have like a workout routine or something and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, that was good. Bowser Jr. accidentally crushing his own father. Like, Tanner's delivery was just freaking piss your pants funny.
Yeah.
What was my delivery on that? I don't remember how I said it.
What was it like? I think Bowser Jr. had accidentally caused a chandelier to fall on Bowser. I think. Whoa! It killed him. Awesome. Like, it just sounded so... Junior is a little schmuck in this story. Okay, so that's I don't know what else. There was something. Oh yeah, Luigi. No, it was Tim and Dexter's book being cursed and getting like I can't remember what. Luigi burned it in like a freaking skull.
The travel.
Screaming skull just came out of it.
Nova says the travel back home from the zoo.
That the book sequence was during that part. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
The car jam.
Oh yeah.
Oh
the whole
yeah, that
traffic
was
jam.
good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Try again.
Okay, what else happened? There was... No, plenty of funny gags, I just cannot remember them all off the top of my head for some reason.
I
The whole
remembering
camping sequence was good.
the entirety of the Mario getting ready for the Luigi trying to teach Mario how to shower is a fun
Oh yeah,
gag.
that was
Just
good.
remember how long they drag it out? Like, it's so difficult to pull off that gag properly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was probably that might have been the best part, my personal favorite part of the Mall Cop chapter.
Again, yeah, no. So Nova, what was the cookie gag? Is that what Nova posted?
No, that Nova talked about the traffic jam, the travel back from the zoo. The cookie gag was a flashback in one chapter Luigi's just talking about. Luigi's going to Dexter's house to make peace with them because Mario had relieved himself in a bush where Dexter had hidden cookies for him and his friend earlier. Like, and it's just the way the flashback was staged that was hilarious. Let's see, I'm trying to think else. Luigi trying to fall asleep after Luigi getting insomnia was funny. Just funny. It was funny on its own and funny because of how I had to, because of a random ad-lib scream I threw in that got you all to freak out. You all remember it, the friggin' the violent death scream apparently.
Oh
kind of
yeah,
like.
yeah. That that was like you put your heart and soul into that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
This honestly, all of you guys have great voice performances in this. Nova, you weren't here, but I love whenever you're on as Dexter.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nova was perfect as Dexter.
And his dad and Peach for a handful of times she showed up.
Yeah.
As much as I joke about that voice making me uncomfortable, I kind of love it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, this was a fun story to. I don't think I did 5. I did 5. I did enough. Anyway, it was a fun story to read through, fun to hear performances from everyone. Like, yes, like Tanner, you were always good as Luigi to begin with when we started story time, but this was where you got to shine as him.
Oh my god, and he was
Indeed.
so play this particular version of him.
Yeah, it was, yeah, Luigi is entertaining in the show, and I wish Mario got some actual more dialogue so I could bounce off of you more.
Yeah, he gets. I think again, it's because not to toot my own horn. I don't know. I feel like I really somewhere along the line I kind of keyed into him being just the right level of like patheticness and just dweebiness and trying to play it with a bit of like, I don't know, I was playing it a bit like George Costanza.
I think that's about where he needs to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like he's fun. Like, yeah, you did well. You did very well. You did great whenever Bowser Jr. actually had to speak. Like, Junior's just a piece of garbage. I love him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Mario was awful too in this.
Yes, and
Nobody is a good person in this story, really.
Nah.
Even Luigi himself is pretty shitty sometimes.
yeah, like Toadette, I guess, but she shows up in like maybe 2 chapters total. Yeah. So, yeah. Also, yeah. Shouts to the Common Spider and Sable too for their brief appearances on the show. They were wonderful.
Yeah.
Like Sable's range is immaculate, and yeah, I hope we see them around again.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see them in another story.
Yes,
Try to be
like,
around when I can be, but they just don't have time.
it's understandable. You guys have work.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
just
like,
work enough time because of time and ink schedule.
yeah, like I enjoyed just that. Like I just enjoyed having a 6-person call for once. Have a group of lunatics bounce off each other.
Oh yeah. Also, this I think more than any other fic gave a lot of room to improvise without breaking the flow of the narrative. I mean, a few times
yeah.
I was. What?
Oh yeah, that might be my favorite Sorry, now you mentioned that might be my favorite ad lib that you did. It was chapter 1 when Luigi and Daisy went on the game show. Luigi got like minimal applause, Daisy got actual regular applause, and Luigi is just incensed about this. His hair just screamed out, "She's a ray color!" Was it? She's a freaking ray color!
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like one of my favorite little ad libs was the Actually, this isn't an L. This is an upside down gamma sign.
That's like this was a fun story to go through. It just
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a fun story to go through. It's like there's layers to the insanity, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Like there's built-in there's lore to the stupidity. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, like this, it's a lived-in world. Winzilla should be proud of that. It's hard to write one chapter of a story. Writing 20 in the span of about 2 years, that's less than 2 years actually. That's really hard.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
What chapter are we on? Like 25?
I think.
Oh, quick moment. At the bottom of the document, there's a bunch of shit that I thought of yesterday at work that I got back to work today.
I'll look into it tomorrow. Which is today for you, but it's tomorrow. It's gonna be tomorrow for me.
Yeah.
Time zones are great. Harry, can you see into the future now?
Don't drink the milk. Get a new batch.
Alright. So, yeah, I really did enjoy this story. It was a pleasure to read. It was meant to be a stopgap, but it just kind of became our main thing for a while.
It did.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we have something to fill that void because I like the idea of us just having a signature series.
Yeah, we'll I don't know. We'll find something. We've got stuff. We got a backlog.
Yeah.
Whenever you return from your hiatus, you will have stuff.
Yeah. And I'm writing one of them.
Yep.
So,
Whenever we get around to finishing that, by the way, Scrappy.
Yeah, I should be free. I'd like to get it done before this year's over. So.
God, I'm gonna be voicing so many fucking characters in that, though.
Yep. So once again, if you would like to join us for anything, Storytime is accepting auditions right now.
Yeah.
For the low cost of your soul and anything that you may have previously considered free time.
Yeah, you previously considered free time or standards in...
Those things happen.
Yeah, I'm trying to bolster our group because, well, I've been using you and Nova as a... Yeah, we'll call him in because we're gonna need him very soon.
Neat.
I've
You'll
been
be
using...
interested in Star Wars like content
Alright, I'll
and
keep that in
other
mind.
sci-fi things. So
I
you do,
just
like,
realized we
Star
have a
fan
scene
fiction
of a
content.
character singing in our fic, and none of us can sing, and the character's ability to sing is a major plot point.
oh
I
god.
mean,
Are you saying I can't sing?
Yeah, no, but it'd be really weird if Steve was suddenly British.
He just is incredibly singing.
fine. What was I gonna say? You're free to join us for that story if you want, Joey, because we're gonna need some people, and yeah, we need more people. Like,
How else are we going to take over the world without at least 10,000 people across?
Without at least 100 deck officers.
Oh no.
We need at least 100.
Hey, if you want to
That's
get
only
jokes, if you want to understand jokes from this series, go watch Duel of the Fates one. Go watch Duel of the Fates story time with Scrappy, everyone. You'll be
God.
able to understand that joke.
yeah, one in joke out of 79.
Well,
Um,
for every battleship we operate, we need at least 100.
Yeah.
And that's
Good
before.
dear. So yeah, will be changes coming to story time, I think. And yeah, Tanner, like as I was trying to say, yeah, I realized that yeah, Tanner and Nova are my, for all intents, my, what's the word? My crutch, my back, my
Friends?
pockets. Yes, yes, friends. That's what they call them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there are certain words you could use for us that, are legal terms.
Oh god.
What was I gonna say? Like, they've been keeping the show afloat, and I'm always going to exploit their talents, but they aren't always available. So I need to expand my user base, do some networking, as my internship tells me to do.
It would be nice to have more people here.
Yeah, like some actual women to voice the women role, so we're not screeching our vocal cords out.
Yeah.
What, you mean me going around going, hello?
Oh no!
Oh god, no.
Wow.
See, now why can you use that for Peach?
See, here's the thing. You already signed your fate earlier. Why is it?
I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Unless we're just ending the episode, I don't know.
I think we're about
That'd be
done anyway. I don't
interesting.
think there's any. I mean.
Go to
unless
the
you-
bathroom. I have a bit more to talk about.
Okay.
So. Oh dear. So. Yeah, well, change will be coming. Just to provide to remind our audience here, especially because Joey is here, this is probably like 4th to last episode before we switch Twitch channels. So we can,
Oh,
because we will be streaming from like the main Seas Brain Twitch channel for story time, just because, you know, this is a Seas Brain show. We are trying to resuscitate our group channel as slowly as we can. What am I saying? Our group channel? I'm not a member of Seas Brain.
Come on now, bitch. Why, I'm actually a member of season. What I am the proprietor.
We're not like, what is this? The joke here is that no one who is officially a member of Seas Brain does the voice acting on story time, aside from Harry.
I'll come back to Sea's Brain when we actually make content.
Yeah. Well, this is a discussion for another time.
This is not a discussion for here.
Yeah.
That's a discussion for that podcast that we apparently used to do.
We have a podcast?
Honestly, I
Do we?
forget, like, pretty often.
I have a podcast.
Yeah.
Had.
Except
Okay,
now-
TLD are a lot of reasons why that's not. They are nothing to podcast.
Except for now, because of health reasons, Nova says. Yeah, I don't know the gist of what you're dealing with, but I hope you get through it soon. Like, take as much time as you need. Like, your health comes first, obviously.
Yeah.
Till then, hugs and kisses and rainbow fishes.
I think I'll just.
Thank you, Joey.
I'll never let you live that line down. It is an incredible line and I love it.
I mean, I like
Yeah,
it. It's a good line from.
Is that? Okay.
It's a really fucking good line.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. So just for, yeah. So that's the Twitch switch. The Twitch switch. Yeah, that's first update. And hello, Adeline. Second of all, yeah, we'll probably be. I don't know what we're reading next. We might just jump into Duel of the Fates if we're all gathered, but you know how it is.
Yeah, it was either Duel of the Fates or what is it? The Equestria thing was
Total Drama Equestria.
Yeah, that.
Because Gary has been waiting forever.
Yeah.
Love you
Gary.
even now. Don't want to lose you. Thank you.
Are you saying that you have a fan?
Well, the person saying that was Noah, but yes, we do have fans, Gary, and some other people. Like Gary is one of the what is he? Well, Gary's like the second person to recommend a story to be read via Twitch. So,
Mm.
like,
Nice.
Yep.
that's an accomplishment. And we have been putting it off on that poor bloke for all this time.
Yeah.
Oh, just a quick anecdote. Anecdote.
Hmm.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still
Yes, we
recording.
are.
Yeah.
So at work today, there was this American guy, and he asked for crisps by calling them crisps. It was the most surreal thing.
That's how I feel having to convert time zones for all of you.
All right, where do you live right now, Scrappy? Say it on stream.
Don't. Do not dox yourself.
Yeah, don't.
The East Coast.
Neat.
Oh, okay. I kind of figured that part.
Mm.
All right, you know what? I'll go do research. I'll just think of every state I can on the East Coast, and then eventually.
He lives in North America, Earth, Milky Way
Oh.
galaxy.
Yeah, just say I
Oh,
live.
wait.
I live in the.
That's in Nevada, right?
It's
I
in the
think so.
known universe.
Yeah, I live in the Milky Way galaxy. There you go. That narrows it down.
The
Yeah, it's
fourth
got some-
dimension, at least.
Yeah, it's got some real. Where are we gonna eat? A restaurant energy.
Yeah.
Yes, we will pray for you, Nova. Don't worry.
Yes.
What was I
Yeah.
gonna say? There was
Where's the
I'm
food?
not
Go
looking
hunt
at
it.
chat. I should look at chat to see what Nova was saying. Because I have not. I mean, I send him messages sometimes, but those are mostly just memes, and I genuinely would like to talk to him.
Me too. Yeah. So Tanner, we're probably gonna be we're doing something sometime this month for
Okay.
short time. So yeah, if it's Duel of the Fates, then yeah, you're gonna be gone for a while. But if it's not that, then we might. I don't know. I'd have to if I can find like one more one shot. I do want to drag you in just one last time, but that's dependent if I can find it in time.
You know,
What
the
is
second Duel of the Fates is done, I can stop thinking about Star Wars forever.
Oh
Actually-
my fucking god, yeah.
Actually, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga will be coming out next spring, so enjoy.
I don't have
Fuck
to
yeah.
acknowledge that. Also, it's still probably better than. I'm shutting up now. This is going to turn into a conversation. And the reason why we haven't.
Oh
launched
yeah,
a
yeah,
podcast
yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. Hey, does anyone want to give their opinions on Star Wars? Just real quick, just fire them out.
No.
I will say something. Star Wars is for babies, and if you like it, you're a man baby.
Star Wars is a sci-fi series with very interesting opinions on how space combat works.
You don't watch Star Wars to be smart. You watch Star Trek for that.
You don't watch Star Trek to be smart. You watch Star Trek to be an insufferable douchebag.
Then what do you read Dune for? No, you read you read Dune when you want to have good political opinions without researching any politics.
And you play Doom for when you decided that you're done with all this shit and the only viable solution to any problem is a chainsaw.
Lovely. So yeah, we either do the franchise that must not be named, or we read a one shot, and I'm going to drag you in one last time.
What franchise aren't we naming again?
War Stars.
Haven't heard of that.
Oh my god.
So next time we're doing Stargate Equestria.
No,
What the
Tanner, you sound like you're about to pass out.
I might. Maybe I should go because, well, I still want to talk to you guys.
I think we should just wrap up the episode though, because
We
Yeah.
should.
yeah, well, this is
We're
going
talking
into
about
weird.
bullshit.
This is
Open a
going
bag
into
of
weird
chips,
stuff
and then I
now.
said, who wants to listen to me open a bag of chips into the mic?
No one,
nah.
because that will hurt.
Yeah, let's just stop it. So, yeah, Scrappy, you want to just do the sign out thing?
We thank you, Whimzilla, for your contributions. Yeah, I had my reservations about parts of the story, but I ultimately enjoyed it for the most part. And I thank all of you for sticking with me for 20 chapters of this madness. And yes, Nova, we wish you the best of health. To anyone who came into this, and to anyone who came into the chatter who rated us earlier, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. And
Yeah.
what else? We will read something we'll read something this month. Something. We don't know what yet. So stay tuned for something.
Oh, and also get prepared for Brawl streams that should be happening in like 2 weeks' time from now.
Yeah, I
Hell
will
yeah.
say. Yeah, I will say this. We will probably stream on like the week of, I don't know, 2 weeks from now, but it will not be on the 19th, and it won't be on the 20th for story time specifically.
Right.
I'm Bootleg Raccoon. I stream sometimes when I have the time. I'm also Commissar Muffin of the 882nd Foxhole. If you see me running about screaming front lines, drunk off my tits on whiskey. Good times.
My name's Tanner. You can follow me at my new Twitter at HedgehogDaddy1. I'm not joking.
Oh shit.
I'm also planning. Oh, did I ever tell you guys that when a Hedgehog Daddy has become a character in his own right?
Oh, nice.
Well,
Neat.
I'm Scrappy Fan 92. My camera person is Harry.
Hello.
And until next time, this is story time with Harry Go to Sleep.
Nice, nice.
Catch y'all on the flip side.
Yeah, we'll see you guys
Yeet.
later. Have a good night.